100% change compared to what we had before. Beautiful change. And I find people take more pride in their homes, about fixing them up, cleaning them up. So it's more of a pride in the neighborhood.
Well, first of all, this is much more of a community feel than, say, traditional apartments. We have individual garages, personal walk-ups, for each different building. Here, you'll feel much more like you're entering a home versus just, your run-of-the-mill apartment. Additionally, the community is different in that here people tend to know one another and develop a sort of bond and a relationship because of how this community has changed. So that is how we see Summerview Square as kind of different from the rest of the market in that you're really coming home to a neighborhood, not just, an apartment.
The market for Summerview is pretty strong. Folks or tenants that we've seen prefer the community feel, like they're coming home. Summerview's tagline is "Make yourself at home," and what we found is tenants prefer us to as opposed to the apartment-style complex where you take an elevator up to your floor, and then there's door. Here, they pull in their private garage. They don't have to walk outside in the weather to their apartment. They walk right up into their apartment. They like the energy efficiency of it. This was built to the highest energy standards. And what I found from tenants that have lived here is that their energy bills have gone down. Their utility bills are lower here compared to where they used to live. Keeping the heat at the same, the AC at the same. There's multiple zones in 2-floor apartments. So folks have found that very attractive. What's really interesting, after phase 1, which was 13 units, the owner asked me to do a demographic study of what tenants we were attracting so we could target them. And what I responded to the owner was, after doing this study, is that we have folks that are downsizing and retiring here. We have folks that are, first job at the age of 22 out of college. We have middle-aged folks who are business professionals. In between houses are a lot of GE, Diageo, Xerox type of employees that are on contracts for a year or 2 years. They come out here, instead of buying a house, they want to live in a nice apartment, and they've targeted this as that place. So there's not really one specific demographic. It runs the gamut. The one we have the least of, I would say, is families. We have had a couple families here, and usually they stay here until they find a home to buy, and they have enjoyed that. We've had a woman with triplets here, and she really enjoyed, we have nice sidewalks, so she'd take her kids for walks on the sidewalk, and people like utilizing that as well. We have some active lifestyle people. If you come here in the morning, you'll see them running. But as far as a specific type of target market, it really runs the gamut between people that are just getting their first jobs to retiring. We have 2- and 3-bedroom townhouses, which have 2.5 bathrooms and 2-car attached garages. And what we found in those is you'll get 2 or 3 20-something-year-olds who are used to having roommates, but this way, as opposed to college where you're sharing one room and a bathroom, here they have their own bedroom, their own bathroom, an attached garage, in some cases different floors of bedrooms. So they really have privacy, but get to split the cost with a fellow Gen Y-er, if you will, a fellow 20-something to help, set money aside to help it be more cost effective. What's great about Norwalk right now and has been is that in addition to this development, there's other developments going on. There's several award-winning restaurants in this area, some within walking distance just down the street that have been on diners, dive-ins, and drives. And there's the couple train stations in Norwalk to choose from, the Sono train station being the main train station. You can take it right into the city. People walk around Sono nightlife, the waterfront, water activities in the summer, a lot of parks. So it provides a lot of opportunity, whether you're into, bowling, waterfront, country, hiking. You can do all sorts of things, and you're within just a few minute walk or a few minute drive, depending where you're going.
Well, I think that, Joanne, the main accomplishment was trying to reconstruct the neighborhood. I think that Norwalk Planning and Zoning had some good, foresight, and they changed the regulations to try to enhance developers to turn their developments towards the street again. Too oftentimes we had so many multifamily projects that paid little attention to the street, went deep into the property, and we kind of lost the presence of a neighborhood. So Norwalk did a great job with that. Steve and Andy did just a wonderful job fulfilling that, and and also creating the sense of neighborhood even before the residents moved in.
We live across the street, and the looks of it is just wonderful, and it's great improvement over what had been halfway done before that. So we really appreciate that, and everything looks great. I have our lock business is actually up around the corner, and we were asked to bid on the job for replacing or installing all the locks and door closers, and it was great working with Steve and working with Andrew, and we were able to come to great agreements, and it was a fantastic experience throughout all of the phases.
I love my unit. My apartment is gorgeous. I've had people over, including my parents back from Minnesota. Everybody compliments me on the space, the layout, that it's just so wonderful. Love that the neighbors are very friendly, that have that nice huge garage, lots of storage, which, when you accumulate stuff over the years, it's very helpful to have. So with the 2-bedroom unit, that gives me plenty of other space too, and then the extra half bath. So yeah, it's great. It feels like it's brand new. I'm not sure how old that particular building is, but yeah, it feels like I got my own little home. Yeah. I love to walk. So there's lots of sidewalks, great places to walk through all the different neighborhoods, gorgeous neighborhoods, houses, yards. I work for Pepperidge Farm, so I'm only 2 miles from work, so that's great too. I think it's great that it's just really easy to get to all the grocery stores, Walmarts, all the different things. Lots of nice little restaurants close by, so you don't have to go too far if you don't want to, but it's also easy to get to whatever you need to from around here. So yeah, so it's good.